Right now online there's an extreme battle of fandoms going at each other's necks, with Mario Kart Worlds fans going against Sonic Racing Crossworlds fans. Now, as you probably have seen, that Sonic Racing Crossworlds actually has done pretty well with its reviews, and most of the user reviews are pretty high. People are really enjoying the game, and even some saying it's better than Mario Kart World. Now, I'm not ready to make that comparison quite yet. I'm still making sure that I play everything that Sonic Racing Crossworlds has to offer. In fact, I'm already about 20 hours into the game, but I still want to get a lot deeper before I even start drawing connections. But I will say, after playing all the past Sonic Racing games, even being huge fans of the Sonic Riders series, this is one of the best spin-offs that Sega has ever made, and I've actually been having a pretty good time. But I still don't think it's as cut and dry as saying, oh, Mario Kart's better, or oh, Sonic Racing is better right now. I think I need to go definitely a lot deeper, because both of them have a lot of pros, and both of them have a lot of cons as well. But today's video, I wanted to focus on the online element. I have played a lot of Mario Kart World Online, and also put in a pretty good chunk of Sonic Racing Crossworlds Online. I am just about a C+, almost a B- on Sonic Racing Crossworlds, so have I played enough? Probably not yet, but still I put in a good chunk of time to get a good feel of how online is going to play for the rest of my sessions, and probably even carry for years to come. But which one's better? Which one is more fun to play online, and which one has me actually wanting to come back and play more? So first thing I did was go back and play Mario Kart World Online once again. Now, I'll be honest, it's been a little while since I was playing super competitively online. I'm definitely already getting rusty. It's one of those games that you definitely have to keep up on, or you're going to forget all the different meta, and look, I can't even get on the freaking guardrail. But yeah, Mario Kart World has such demanding mechanics, you have to play for a while or you're going to get rusty. And I'm not really using this as any fault to mine. Like, I still enjoyed my time, or did enjoy my time, regardless of the fact that I did or did not hit shortcuts. But still, it was something that I had to just, you know, mentally note, like, hey, I am rusty, so if you see me just absolutely sucking in this gameplay, that's why. It's been weeks since I've last played. The first thing I was brought back to is the fact that, man, it takes a long time to find a lobby. I mean, there was one point in time where I think I was waiting around 2 to 3 minutes just to finally start up a game, which may not seem like a long time, but it is in standards of online play nowadays. Like, you want to quickly jump into a game, you don't want to take forever, and this game takes a very long time. Now, did it fill me a whole lobby though, even though I waited this long? No, not really. And that seems to be the issue now, where it seems like the games aren't filling up that much, and honestly, I didn't even experience this as soon as the game launched. Now, I guess it just depends. There's some games where it does get very close to 20 or 22 racers, but majority of the time that I've played, it literally just fills up to around 14 to 16 racers. But as soon as I jump into my first game, of course, the first thing I'm greeted with is an intermission race, and it's as straight as they come. Even 5 months after release, yeah, it's already been 5 months, I still scratch my head and question how this was ever even allowed to become a thing. Like, who play tested this and said this is perfectly fine? I mean, there's so many sections where I genuinely am not even needing to hold the controller. It's just literally driving straight for me. And it's either an item hits you, or you get a good item and move up a couple places, move back a couple places, but whoever's in the front and whoever's in the back is pretty much going to stay in those places for a while, especially with these straightaways where there's no way to cut the course with any of the items. And even though the update does add the possibility of getting more 3-lap tracks, I'm still not getting them as much as I would like. I mean, just playing intermissions really is a drag to me. It's just the most boring way to ever play Mario Kart, and I just have tried. I've tried so much to find some type of enjoyment out of this, and I just can't. I just don't understand how anyone could think this is fun, just spamming items and driving absolutely straight with little to no obstacles. Now, of course, Mario Kart is known for its wacky items, and during these intermissions, you really feel the hecticness of the items. There's so many times you're going to be bouncing from last place to first place, and it makes sense on something that's so open and these giant straight ways that you're driving through, but there's so many times where I'm just getting a good item and blasting to the front, which means, yes, bagging is still a priority if you want to even think about finishing in the top group, simply because if you front run, yeah. But let me tell you, when you do get 3-lap tracks, I know this is nothing new here, we've talked about this a lot now, but it really is peak Mario Kart racing. I mean, just racing on some of these tracks, using the brand new game's mechanics with wall and rail ride, and also a combination of using items to get through shortcuts, it really is a blast, man. Like I just said, I'm pretty rusty in this game right now. Shortcuts that I used to be able to kill with my eyes closed, I just could not do for the life of me. And I would still finish in like 10th place or worse, and still, even with that in mind, I had a blast. Even getting obliterated by items or just messing up shortcuts. This is how Mario Kart should be played, and these brand new mechanics really make these 3-lap tracks shine. Then of course, everything comes to a screeching halt when the very next race is yet again another intermission, where you're just driving straight, using whatever items the game gives you in order to bag at the right moment, use your items, and blast to the front. And once again, you're forced to not race good on these tracks because there's going to be around 2 to 3 blue shells in intermission that can definitely punish you, especially at the end of the intermission. You have zero chance to recover. I mean, it's so bad. Look at the beginning of each intermission. Like, there are groups of people that literally slow down on purpose because they know that bagging is the only strategy. I mean, look at the freaking bat beside me with a crown. He was constantly winning by doing this method, which once again just feels like items run these races instead of the track design, which is just a horrible thing in my opinion. You shouldn't let your items dictate who wins and who doesn't win. Of course, it's going to come for some clutch wins for certain situations, and some races you're just going to get, you know, out-itemed and stuff. It happens. Mario Kart has always been a huge chunk of luck, but where it has a problem is when it starts, you know, influencing the races so much where people are bagging and holding on to items for specific uses because the tracks are so straight. When Nintendo allows us to play Mario Kart World like a normal 3-lap track Mario Kart game, but just with the new mechanics, this is truly one of the best Mario Kart experiences you could ever have, and it just hurts so bad that we're forced to race these intermissions online because, man, I'm just as sick of them now than I was 5 months ago. But how about playing online with Sonic Racing Crossworlds, which I have been for a while now. So immediately after playing for about an hour in Mario Kart World Online, I went back to Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and straight off the bat, it is a lot faster to jump into a lobby, and I admit, maybe a little too fast. It almost gives you no time to change your gadgets, to change your character, to change your, you know, gear, anything else that you want to change. I mean, sometimes it's like 10 seconds, and you have to hurry up and change everything before the race starts before you even know it. So it's fast, but maybe a little too fast. I get it, it's Sonic, it's supposed to be fast. But how about the races? Thankfully, with Sonic Racing, every single race is going to be a 3-lap track. There are no intermission type tracks where you're driving straight. The only times you're driving straight is for a brief second when entering a new track level. If you don't know how this works, you will race lap 1 and lap 3 on a specific track, but lap 2 will warp you to a random track in the game. But you will always be racing a simple 3-lap track, which just feels so much better. Now, my only complaint about what we can't choose is the supersonic speed, because I feel like that is the best way to play Sonic Racing Crossworlds. The main speed that it gives you is just a little too slow in my opinion, and I wish I was able to choose that super fast speed, and it's kind of strange that there's no mode to do so. Now, I didn't talk about it here, but Mario Kart World also has a battle mode, and it also has a knockout tour mode. But unfortunately, knockout tour has little content. It's still the same 8 cups that the game launched with, and it's also just a bunch of intermissions that you're driving through regardless. But Sonic Racing Crossworlds doesn't really have any other online mode. It's just online, and that's all you get. But for the most part, it's a really fun mode that you can even customize your own gadgets. I forgot to do mine for the first handful of races because it switched on me for some other mode. But I have one problem with Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and it's, once again, the items, similar to Mario Kart World. But I think they're even more hectic in Sonic Racing, and please correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's just the games that I've played, but I've played for a while now, and I noticed these items are just everywhere, and every second someone is spamming an item. There are so many instances of jumping to first, going back to 12th, jumping to first, going back to 12th in the same lap. In Mario Kart World, if I'm racing my butt off, I'm pretty much going to be fine unless the blue shell hits me. But in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, if I'm literally hitting every cut, every shortcut, just literally going crazy, I'm still getting caught by people using super crazy items. Like the freaking monster truck, which is supposed to be the craziest item of the game, hits me in places of like first, second, and third constantly. I'm like, how is this even happening? I mean, like, look here. I pull a monster truck in 4th place. Now, granted, I think I was around 5th when I actually grabbed the item box, but still, grabbing an item like this towards the end of the race is absolutely insane, but still somehow getting past because everybody else has items. I don't think the gadgets are necessarily the issue, even though some of them are insane. Like, for instance, you can start the race with a monster truck item and just carry it and use it whenever you want. You can also start the race with an all-metal defense item that lasts literally over a whole lap, which is also insane. But I think the major issue here is that there's way too many item spawns on the track. I mean, there's some that are literally just seconds before crossing the finish line, where at the end it's just a barrage of items blowing each other up. Sometimes I plan and calculate when to use my items at perfect times, but still, there's always someone behind me with an offensive item to hit me with. And that's another thing, I feel like there's just so many offensive items. You don't have your shells or bananas or coins in this game. It's just rocket fist, bombs and weights you can drop on people in front of you, cyclones that can deal damage to anyone that bumps into you, even a whole ninja star that cuts your car in half. And this many items makes it feel like it's just too hard to just simply race. And maybe that's another reason why I really want that supersonic speed mode, so we can focus on high speed racing, hitting tight turns, and not really focused on just spamming items in order to go from 1st to 12th over and over again. But the question is, whose online do I like more? Honestly, I'm going to have to say Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Even though it has a kind of hectic item thing going on, at least it lets you play the game the way you want. I may not be able to race at the fastest speed that's offered in this game, but I'm sure that's going to come in a later update, and when I look at the roadmap that Sega has planned for this game and all the DLC coming, it's going to be an exciting time. And there's even like little festivals that happen sometimes over the weekend, like Splatfest, that you can compete in. This wasn't that interesting to me, and I kind of just was waiting for it to end to get back onto the regular online play, but still, at least it offers some things to look forward to and keep people coming back. And of course, there's no intermissions. That's a plus. Now, if Mario Kart World offers an option to play the 3-lap tracks online, I will 100% say Mario Kart World is way more fun to play online. I would literally put in countless hours just, you know, hitting all those tricks with the brand new trick system and stuff, and I feel like the items actually don't affect the 3-lap tracks all too much, and the items are mostly like speed and defense items in Mario Kart World, where you get mushrooms, golden mushrooms, mega mushrooms, stars, all items that let you cut the paths and hit shortcuts. And combining that with the new mechanics, I mean, it really does require you to drive really well and know how to drive, even though it might be a little too advanced and a little too technical for the average player. But as it stands right now, Mario Kart World has no type of roadmap to look forward to, no updates coming, no DLC, really nothing to keep the game alive. And it's been 5 months since its release, where Sonic Racing Crossworlds just came out and we already know the roadmap. Shoot, we knew the roadmap before the game even dropped. So yes, you have to pay for that DLC, but at least it gives people things to look forward to and a way to keep the game alive for at least a couple of years. But right now, as it stands, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is the better game to play online, in my opinion. Mario Kart World does have more options for game modes to play with Knockout Tour and Battle Mode. No one's playing battle mode, but at least with Knockout Tour. But still, I much rather just play 3-lap tracks, and for me personally, I'm just gonna have to go with Sonic Racing's online until Nintendo adds some update. But let me know what you think down below. Have you gotten a chance to play both Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Crossworlds? And if so, which game would you prefer to play online? If you've played any already, let me know your experience with both so far and how you would compare them, because coming up soon on the channel, I am going to put both games head to head with their full content to see which one is better. But thank you for tuning in, have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.